Welcome to Coming Home. Survive and thrive in homeschooling. There is much modern talk from the chattering classes about men, finding their more feminine side, learning about feelings, and more recently, toxic masculinity. There is also the modern cultural philosophy of social construct, that we are born neutral, a blank slate, and it's the world which teaches them blue and pink, frills and footballs, and how it must be dismantled. We are born with personalities, but character is taught and learned. Honesty, integrity, putting others before yourself, hard work. There is quite a list of desirable character traits. I would argue that overseeing your child's character development is more important than the 3 R's, and you know how important I say they are. To concentrate on their fact more than their character is to create clever devils, and goodness knows we have enough of them in our world. Today I'm reflecting on an experience causing me to reassess what a man is. It's about growing our sons into strong and caring men, and teaching our daughters how to choose a good man. Paying it forward is the modern way to phrase a good cause. Some call it a service, a time tithe, an act of worship. It is all of these. I was asked to help at a women's refuge pamper day, and I said I would. My job was to give makeup makeovers for the women who came for a day of pampering, healing, and support. Some talked more than others. I knew better than to pry or ask leading questions. The first lady was general chit-chat. We talked about what her skin tone was, chose some makeup, and got started. The full stop on a woman's face is her lipstick. We applied primer, foundation, concealer, blush, worked on her eyes, and then we were ready for the full stop. Would you like some lipstick? What colour shall we choose? Oh, I'd love to have lipstick. My ex didn't like me wearing it. He'd say, "What's that horrible stuff? Take it off." "Really?" was my instinctive reply. "Yeah." And he didn't like some of my clothes. He used to tell me what to wear sometimes. But no more, huh? No more. We finished her lipstick, and I gave her a mirror. Her face broke into a smile, and with genuine simplicity she thanked me. I offered to take her photo with her phone, to which she eagerly agreed. She glowed in her beautiful makeup, but the true glow came up from underneath her makeup. Her eyes shone, and for this moment her true beauty, uninhibited by her experiences, burst forth. I hope she keeps the photos, and on her dark days remembers the truth she knew that day. She gave me a big hug and thanked me. I said goodbye and started to pay attention to the swirling of thoughts and the feelings coming up from my heart and my head. I needed to speak to my husband. Grabbing my phone, I headed outside before the next lady came to my table. More than anything else, I wanted to tell my husband what a wonderful man he was. Not trusting myself to a phone call, I used a voice message instead. I still lost the plot towards the end of what I wanted to say. In a split second, those annoying little nothings had fallen away, and I saw my husband for what he was, a good man. Not a day goes by when he doesn't serve me in some way. He tries to put my needs first. He doesn't object to woman's work and pitches in where needed. I could write a list, but you might see something that wasn't there and say, "Aha, but he doesn't do so-and-so." Making a list of his virtues would distract what I'm trying to say. My normal had become my common experience, and therefore I had lost sight of its most important aspect, putting oneself before another. Or to put it another way, I was regularly taking him for granted. In that split second, I saw again why I fell in love and married that man. There are many adjectives to choose, but I find when I'm talking about the most important things, It's best to fall back to the basic descriptions where there is no verbal fluff. A good man. I have never known, and will never know, what it is like to have my husband tell me I can't wear lipstick, or what clothes I should wear, or to push my head in my food, as another lady told me. That day I fell in love with my husband all over again. Later in the evening I told him. It was important to say so and not just feel it. My mind moved to our children. We raised 2 sons. They are good men. They know what a good man is, because their father quietly went about showing them every day, sometimes with a firm word. We raised 3 daughters. They have chosen good men because they know what one looks like, and if something's not quite right at times, they will recognize it. It was important to talk to our children about my experience. I wanted to honor their father to them. Too often we don't say the few really important things in life, letting them go by or justifying it by saying they already know and don't need me to say. Everyone likes a good story, especially when it's real. I was visiting my parents and I wanted to tell them my most recent tale. It had been 2 days since the original stone drop and the ripples were fanning out. I had realized why I had chosen a good man. Again, far too easy to allow clouds to cover the shining truth. I thought about my childhood, all the things my father did with us and for us, and how, as my mother's health has deteriorated, he cares for her. It's not an easy thing for a man from the generation of man doesn't do woman stuff. Yes, my father is a good man. So here's to the good men in our lives. I could make a list that would cause a thesaurus junkie's heart to soar. But again, I choose the simplest and therefore strongest words. Thank you.